In this first introductory video, I want to tell you the story of one of my students um, who introduced me to the idea of an authentic public project. And in doing this, I hope to introduce my topic to you. So, um, this was about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And I communicated some assignment instructions to a student who was going out of town for a couple weeks. And I instructed him, a student, we'll call him Chris, a future small business owner. I told him to develop instructions for a process that he was already good at in his workplace. The idea there being that when you use the literacies of students, that that they perform better. Essentially, you're countering deficit thinking. um, so I had Chris look at the resources in our learning management system and in the textbook, and then give me a set of instructions for completing a process. And I didn't think he would. He wasn't thrilled about being a writer or being in my technical writing class. However, when Chris returned, he handed me an instructional report that was far better than any that I had received from students in the past. And it was better than his previous assignments. And see, he had worked at a local medical marijuana shop, and he developed instructions for rolling and smoking a blunt. He accompanied the report with pictures, captions, well-cited sources, all of those things, even though the sources weren't even part of the assignment. He'd already passed the report out to several customers. He received feedback, which he then integrated back into the report. The final product, get this, became a brochure that could easily be passed out in his medical marijuana shop. The writing project was excellent, and it occurred to me that this was partially because of the multiple literacies, but it was also because he had an authentic audience, which is truly what this element is about. A little bit of background on that: the praxis of solving a relevant workplace problem, or in a bigger sense, the element that we're looking at here, the public product. It's affirmed by a continual process that, like Freire calls, reflection and action, in that the cognitive dimensions of the literacy process must include the relationships with men and their world. So Freire was saying, yeah, we have to interface here. It has to be a legitimate project. So he was interested in the project. He was attentive to the steps. The project became relevant because of this public product. And he was ultimately satisfied with the final product because he was immediately able to use it in his workplace. For Chris, this project became authentic because he had a real-life audience to distribute that to. So in the coming sessions of this website, I will be offering some resources to you and describe this a little bit better in places. And I hope you enjoy it.